Hello students, today we'll talk about Gauss's law for electric flux. First we'll revise the basics of electric flux and then we'll try to understand what Gauss suggested for finding out electric flux. So let us start with the revision or prerequisites of electric flux. We know that electric flux is a mathematical concept. Flux is basically dot product of electric field and area, and electric flux is a quantity which gives us idea about how many field lines are passing uh, perpendicularly through the given surface area. We also know that electric flux can be found out by taking E dot A, and if we have non-uniform electric field or irregular surface area, then we can employ integration to find out electric flux. And if you have closed surface, then we can say that flux linked is closed integration of E dot A. It is closed integration of electric field over the surface area. We also know that flux is scalar quantity because you are taking scalar product, dot product of electric field and area. So answer has to be scalar. So flux is scalar quantity. And we also know that flux is measured in terms of Newton meter square per coulomb or else volt into meter. So these are the basic things we are supposed to know about electric flux. Now let us try to understand Gauss's law for electric flux. Consider a closed surface. Intentionally the shape is chosen. Consider a closed surface area with some irregular shape, and we have 6 charges here, say q1, q2, q3, q4, q5, and we also assume that some charges are negative and some charges are positive. So this is the situation, and we want to find out electric flux linked with the closed surface. Now we know that to find out flux when you have irregular surface area, we have maths, we have our formula to find out electric flux. We can say that electric flux linked with closed surface can be given by this formula. Say flux is phi. Phi is equal to closed integration of electric field over surface area. Now what is E here? What is this E? For this situation, if you are asked what is electric field, what do you mean by E? We'll have to say that E is electric field, but which electric field? Okay, electric field uh, experienced at this surface element dA. I am still not electric field. Electric field at small surface area dA. So suppose if I have chosen my small surface area here, say this is the dA, then what is E? Okay, then E is the electric field experienced at this point due to the first charge. So first you will have to find out E1, then find out E2. What is E2? Electric field of second charge at this point. Similarly, find out field for this dA as exerted by third charge and fourth charge and so on, and hence we can say that E is the electric field due to all the charges present around the closed surface. So for the present scenario we have 6 charges, and hence I can say that E is E1 plus E2 plus E3 plus E4 plus E5 plus E6. So first you find out 6 electric field as experienced at the chosen area element, and then first you find out EDA, then you integrate it. Sounds easy, but practically if you try to apply this procedure, it's not that easy, because once you find out EDA, then you will have to go to second small part. Suppose my second DA is here. This is my second DA. Again I'll have to find out E1. Again I have to find out E2, E3, E4, E5, E6. I have to sum up find out resultant electric field. Again I'll take EDA, then again I'll go to next area element, again I'll repeat the procedure, and that I have to keep on doing until I am done with the total surface. So not that easy. So Gauss suggested a better way, some easier method of finding out the flux linked with closed surface. Gauss's law for electric flux is applicable only for closed surface. Gauss suggested that if you have closed surface and some charge distribution like in our case, then you just have to take ratio of sigma q and epsilon 0. What is sigma q? Sigma q is the algebraic sum of charge enclosed by the Gaussian surface. Gaussian surface is the surface with which we try to find out flux associated, and divided by permittivity. So Gauss suggested that flux linked with any closed surface is the ratio of algebraic sum of charge enclosed by the Gaussian surface to permittivity of medium. Most of the time medium is air, so we consider epsilon 0. So according to Gauss's law, what is sigma q? For the present situation, we can say that sigma q is addition of q2, q3 and q4. So sigma q is q2, sigma q is q2 minus q3 plus q4. Now compare our first expression where phi is closed integration EdA with the second one. This is far more easier way of finding out flux, and that is the beauty of this law. So we can say that whenever you have closed surface, you have two ways of finding out electric flux. You can either go by integration of electric field over closed surface, or else you can take ratio of charge enclosed by the surface to permittivity of medium. But one thing we should be careful here is that if you are taking E dot dA, then electric field is electric field due to all the charges present in the system. Whereas if you go by second method, sigma q by epsilon 0, then sigma q is only those charges which are present inside the surface. Sigma q is algebraic sum of charges enclosed by the surface. So this is Gauss's law for electric flux. Now one obvious question here is that when we consider, why don't we consider all the charges? If I take sigma q by epsilon 0, why only these three charges? Why not q1? Why not q5? Why we don't consider q6? These are also charges. They also have their electric field lines, and field lines of these three charges are also passing through the surface. Then why don't we consider? The answer is, if you consider q1, suppose if I consider one field line, it is entering into the surface, but at the same time that field line is going to leave the surface also. So what is the net flux linked due to q1 with the surface? Net flux due to q1 is 0. Whichever number of field lines of q1 are entering the surface, they are leaving as well. So consider these three field lines, they are entering our closed surface, fine, but then they are leaving also. So net flux of q1 linked with our surface is 0. That is true with q5 and q6 also. And hence, while finding out electric flux, it's okay if we don't consider charges outside the surface if you are using Gauss's law. If you are going by the integration method, then obviously you will have to consider all the charges, maybe inside or outside the surface. So that is the Gauss's law for electric flux. We keep it up to this. We'll discuss further later. Thank you.